the burpee. Everybody hates it. Might be because you're doing it wrong. We're going to find out in this little breakdown. So the burpee, yeah, arguably one of the most hated exercises. Not because it's bad, probably because it's actually very, very good. Very good at hitting your cardiovascular system and doing a lot of things all at once, at least for conditioning and cardio. Muscle building, not so much, but that's a different ballgame. So we're going to cover a little bit of a breakdown of the burpee. Now, before I go any further, I want to stipulate the difference between a burpee and, at least in my books, a sprawl. So what you see a lot of people doing, and sort of like, you know, more crossfit-y type communities and whatnot, is they come down, just the same, they go out, and then they drop the hips down and roll the belly and the chest. However, I would call that a sprawl. A burpee is more, you've jumped the feet out and you lower the chest down either to touch the floor or just off the floor for a press up. So in my books, a burpee is chest down first, not hips down first. So of course, we kind of spoke about it there. The first thing you want to do is squat. If you hinge, you're probably putting a lot of pressure on your spine and also a lot of pressure on your shoulders because you've then got to jump out. You want to squat down so we can brace through the shoulders, okay? Because ideally, when we jump, we want to be lifting the hips up with the shoulders a touch as well as a jump. So if you can do, I think, what's the yoga pose called? A crow, potentially. I think it's called a crow. It's where we come onto the arms, the feet rest off the floor. Shows you've got a little bit of strength there to be able to lift your body. What some people do is they're in this squat, all fours squat position. They just try and shove the feet out as fast as they can. And as you can see there, the hips sort of drop down a bit, which puts a bit of pressure on your spine because your spine is in suspension, not your abdominal wall being in contraction to push up. Everything's hanging off, so all your organs and your belly are hanging off your spine because it's dropped down. So what you want to think about doing is lifting the hips up and extend the legs out. So if I can try and slow it down, we squat down, we lift the hips up and extend out. Granted, that was a very exaggerated version, but to save your spine, that's what we want to do. So lift the hips up, extend out, and we can be in that slightly more braced position with the hips high rather than the hips sagging low, trying to eject the legs backwards. Now, of course, once we've done the extension, it should be a press up, not hips down sprawl. So once the legs are out, we press either to the floor or just off the floor, and then we want to jump in. So same again, rather than just trying to shoot the knees forward, you want to be jumping the hips up slightly and retract the legs. As the hips go up, you then retract the legs rather than trying to jump the legs forward. So again, I'll see if I can do an exaggerated version. We're out, we jump the hips up and retract. And it should be in a slightly better squat position. We can push the arms backwards, stand, and depending on which variation you're doing, a jump. Of course, a slightly easier version is to do a step. So we squat down, arms between the knees, step one leg back, step the other leg back. You could end it there. It depends what sort of variation you're doing, what sort of fitness level you're at. You could do your press up or just hold it here. Step in, knee to elbow, step in, knee to elbow, stand up, reach up or jump. So hopefully those two little things, two little tips of jump the hips up, extend the legs out, jump the hips up, retract the knees in, should hopefully help with anybody that has back problems doing burpees and also make it a little bit more efficient. And when I say efficient, it's going to be harder work for you because you're not just flopping down to the floor. See how that goes.